publisher Red Octane struck the right note with PS2 owners when they introduced Guitar Hero to the gaming public, and last year continued to bring us the rock with the aptly named sequel, Guitar Hero 2. Still, in my opinion, one of the best games available for the PS2. Well, now the wait is finally over for Xbox 360 owners because the same game has been released on Microsoft's console as well. It shouldn't surprise anyone that this game is essentially a port of the PS2 version. But Xbox 360 owners do get some additional content, such as additional songs and features suited perfectly for Xbox Live, like online leaderboards, and the best part, downloadable tracks. For the uninitiated, you play the game using a realistic, albeit small guitar controller with 5 colored buttons on the frets of the neck, a strum bar, and of course a whammy bar. During the song, colored-coded notes will scroll down the screen, and you have to press the corresponding buttons on the guitar controller while strumming in time with the notes. Linked notes add to your score, thus filling up your rock meter. Strike too many wrong chords or notes, the meter will eventually drain, the song ends, and you're promptly booed off the stage. Pulling off enough successful notes gives you the ability to unleash your star power by tilting up the controller. This adds a higher score multiplier as your on-screen persona really starts to rock out. And to add to the realism, there's a whammy bar that lets you add your own personal flair to the songs. The guitar controller is modeled after the Gibson Explorer brand of guitar, which features a more hard-rocking design than the standard SG model used in the PS2 game. The Explorer has a much more solid feel than the SG controller used. And I also liked how the fret buttons are raised a little more, making it easier to pull off hammer-ons and riffs. But the one thing that baffles me is the lack of wireless play. This controller plugs into the console using the USB port. Come on, Microsoft, quit hoarding the technology. Not much is new here from the original. The game simply gives you more of what made the first game great to begin with. Of course, for 360 owners new to the franchise, there's nothing to compare it to. The song list is the same from the PS2 version. Bands like Cheap Trick and Aerosmith made the cut. But while the list is filled with some great tunes making for some great riffs and solos, there are more than a fair share of songs that did not really appeal to my taste. Could be dating myself here, but with the game titled Guitar Hero, it seems like there would be more songs of legendary status that immediately conjured up memories of playing air guitar while rocking out with my friends. Again, probably just me, and I'm probably a little out of touch with today's music scene. That doesn't make the songs any less fun to jam with, but I still got that rock star feeling when rocking out to Van Halen's You Really Got Me. Now, keep in mind that's David Lee Roth Van Halen, not Sammy Hagar. And as if the track lists were not already large enough, the 360 version also has an additional 10 new songs, including tracks like Iron Maiden's The Trooper, Pearl Jam's Life Wasted, and one of the most appropriate songs for this game, Rick Derringer's Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo. Yes, I said it, Hoochie Coo. Of course, a majority of the tracks are covers, but once again, masterfully done, and you'd be hard-pressed to tell the difference, especially the guitar work. As in the PS2 version, there's some cool multiplayer modes, but sadly, no online play with Xbox Live. Competitive mode is where you and a fellow rocker trade off playing sections of a song, or you can play through the song together, and it becomes very satisfying as each of you tries to outshine and outperform against the other. What will really come in handy is the game's practice mode. This mode allows you to take any part of a song and play it at much slower speeds, allowing you to practice a particular riff or section you were struggling with. But it's career mode you'll spend most of your time in, choosing your characters and guitars and then playing to unlock new venues and songs. Xbox Live also gives you added ability to download new themes and rockers. The track list isn't in the exact order as its PS2 counterpart, but it actually made the difficulty level ramp up a bit more smoothly this time around. Graphics aren't going to win any awards, but this game is not about wowing you with eye candy. They are clean and crisper, though, than on the PS2. If you're already a fan of the series and have both installments on the PS2, then there may not be an immediate need to drop close to $100 on this version, unless the future of downloadable content intrigues you. But for the uninitiated, this game is a must-buy on the 360. The game is rated for ages 13 and up, and Texas Gamer gives it a 4.5 out of 5. For Texas Gamer, I'm Mark Adams.